Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Now the first carry here for the running back. A beautiful spin and room to run. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That good for 19 and a first down.
DC, ready? DC. Right shot.
Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
This is taken around the 12. Boy, shifts past him. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Warriors, 17. Let's go.
Here's Shaw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Cooper. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Okay, 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Ready.
Martinez. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't
No, that
know
was me. He was
about
talking
their own
about me
team,
when I
let alone
said
trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got him in.
no, I should have
And he'll be It's into enemy territory. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Cardinals at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
That's good.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline.
Oh, come on.
Man, it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point safely through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cooper. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You look at this defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
19 Lions.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh,
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
70 Lions.
Looking to throw. Shaw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. 7-7, our score after 1.
And the 49ers first down.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. Cooper. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Tap the 50. Tap the 50.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. That's Cooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Come on, come on. Ready, right?
They'll run the counter with Murray. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Check, check. Ready.
Again, it's Murray. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Let's go now. 77.
2nd and 11. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
On the ready.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Bronco, go.
Back to throw. Shaw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And Martin, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Middle.
On first down, they'll go to the ground until
You shut that thing.
and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. 49ers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Come on.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
First and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, Murray. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cooper. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Back to 60.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This time they stay on the ground. Across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after here coming up. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Next to score, Cardinals 21, 49ers 10.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Okay,
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
The 40-yard line.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
What?
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
From the gun on 3rd down. Shaw. Wow, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball. As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle. Hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-17.
49ers 17.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Breaks through the contact. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Get up! Quick, 70 line!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cooper. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over first and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson.
Get over there.
That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
13.
2nd and 2.
Jackson, options out left. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a pass.
I wanted him to throw the ball so I could pick it off the screen.
Down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Jackson now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Because he's disrespectful. That's why Punk went for it.
Going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. And there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you. And you use your body to create some space.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Here we go. 65.
Looking to throw. Shaw. Calling a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
First goal 80.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This ball down the field for Pitts. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a pretty good line on that one.
17-21.
Play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself.
He's up.
It in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. He finds his man complete. That's Murray. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, San Francisco.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now a toss wide side. It's Murray. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
Get up. Gotta be lying.
Operating from the gun, Shaw. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
24. Cardinals 21. To kick off.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
DC ready.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now they go screen. It's
Get on it.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass.
No, I'm winning.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now is complete.
Children time.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter route.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
I knew he was going to do that.
Brought down right at
Shit.
the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal. A loss of 7. Big play. And his kick is indeed good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field. So let's see what this is about. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
That was some good bullshit.
This one doesn't cost them.
They made my man run into his kicker.
Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome.
That was bull, man.
This one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
They made my player run into his kicker.
Now it's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown.
My defender, my cornerback. Huh?
A 1-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Reception. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown.
Yeah, it's automatic first.
Fourth-quarter lead.
He had already kicked the field goal and everything. And he made him run into him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4th
Garbage.
game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go here with Martinez. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the 49ers. Let's go now. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off play action. Shaw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Campbell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. Cooper. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Back to throw. Shaw.
How you drop the ball, man?
I can assure you, setting up the screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
60 vices, 60 vices.
Operating from the gun. Shaw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Touchdown, 49ers.
Man, my cornerback ran into his kicker. He got a first down. Shut up. Shut up, M-Town.
Back in front.
Shut the hell up, Indian.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead.
Shut up, Reggie.
Field goal.
Shut up.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Niners 31, Cardinals 28. Joshua Party to kick off.
The 49ers ready to kick it away.
Tried to bail his ass out, man, with that run into the kicker.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
A gain of 5 brings up
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
Yeah.
With just a field goal separating these two sides. A big play looming on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Pass complete to Bell. And they get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
No, we changed it.
Jackson going to keep it.
Come on, that ball, Lamar.
Before he's brought down at the 28.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Here's 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing. Jackson going to keep it.
Oh, my goodness. Of all the dumb... Shut up, Indian.
What a game this has been.
Shit.
What a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
35, 49ers 31.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
ready.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Liking, 18.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60. Cowboy 80.
They go with Murray again. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a 1st down, but the tackle comes in bounds. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Ready. Hot 70. Hot 70. Ready.
Back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. The Cards get to it here. He's brought down for the sack. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
19, Tiger, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity.
And that penalty messed me up.
Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
Shut up.
So for the Cardinals, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions.